So a few years ago, as we were evolving our business strategy, we recognized there was a perfect opportunity to also reinforce the importance of inclusion and diversity as we did that. Our CEO invited groups of 24 leaders at a time to a White Men and Allies Learning Lab, which was facilitated by White Men as Full Diversity Partners. I think there was a fair amount of nervousness. I think there was a fair amount of trepidation, some curiosity, because again, just the name of the session, I think evokes some curiosity. And I think just really wondering what is going to happen for 3.5 days in this room. What I think the White Men as Full Diversity Partners do well is they really sequence the conversation to go deeper and deeper and deeper. By the end of the second day, I think we were all tired. Our filters were gone, our emotions were a little bit more raw, and I think we were starting to get more real. So a white male brought the question into the group around the Confederate flag. And this was about the time of the racial tensions in Charlottesville. And he said, I like to fly the Confederate flag. My family's from the South. My family fought with the Confederacy. I'm very proud of my family members. I'm very proud of my heritage. And why should I give up my heritage for yours? I'm not responsible for slavery. And I noticed that he was angry, frustrated, and felt like he was having to deny who he was because of how somebody else felt. And that didn't feel right to him. And so there was just a palpable tension in the room. So there was a Black woman in the group who was very understated. And she kind of quietly came into the group and said, I respect you and your heritage, but I want you to understand your heritage from my shoes and what the Confederate flag means to me and to my family. And she very eloquently shared the pain that that flag caused and what memories it brought up for her because of the ties to slavery, because of the ties to oppression. And as she talked, he listened. And as she came to the end, she said to him, your heritage is just as important as mine, but I want you to celebrate what you mean. I want you to celebrate the good parts, not the negative parts. And you could just see the tension kind of leave his face and actually be replaced with a bit of a sadness. And he said, well, now that I've walked in your shoes, I understand the implications of the Confederate flag. And I understand why the anxiety and the tension is there. And so I do want to celebrate my heritage and I want to celebrate yours, but I want us to celebrate the good parts together. There was just this hush that went over the room. And from that point on, you just felt a change in the conversation and a change in the way people were willing to engage and the change in the way that people were starting to say, okay, this is the real conversations we need to have. When you break through that intellectual conversation and you get to that emotional level and you start to share stories, people connect. And when you think about it, this is really the power of inclusion and diversity. It's bringing the and versus the or, because the power of your experiences and my experiences, your perspectives and my perspectives, that's where we get true creativity. That's where we are able to solve really complex problems because we bring the power of all of those diverse perspectives to the table in ways that truly drive better results.